There is a kind of peace that does not come from silence. It comes from belonging, not to people, not to places, but to yourself. It is that quiet moment when you walk through your front door, close it behind you, and feel your whole body exhale, like every noise from the world finally stops chasing you. It is not about hiding. It is about returning to the space where you do not need to perform, explain, or prove anything. For some people, home is not a location. It is a state of mind, a sacred rhythm of slow mornings, warm light, and soft sounds that remind them, I am safe here. I can finally be. Most people do not get that. They will say things like, you should go out more, as if peace were a disease that needs curing. But what they do not understand is some souls are just built for stillness. Their minds are like deep lakes, calm on the surface but full of quiet storms underneath. They feel everything. The laughter in a room, the tension in a conversation, the exhaustion of pretending to be fine. So when they choose to stay home, it is not avoidance, it is self-preservation. The world outside is loud. Everyone is talking, posting, chasing, comparing. There is pressure to always be somewhere, always be someone. But in that constant rush, we start to lose the sound of our own heartbeat. Home gives that sound back. Here the small things suddenly matter again. The hum of the fridge, the smell of coffee, the rhythm of rain against the glass. Moments no one claps for, but your soul does. Psychologists say people who love being home often have highly sensitive nervous systems. They do not just see, they absorb. Lights feel brighter, sounds hit harder, conversations linger longer in their minds. So their retreat is not laziness, it is regulation. It is how they stay human in a world that keeps speeding up. At home, the body rests, the brain stops defending. The heart finally begins to whisper truths it cannot say in crowds. But here is the irony. Even peace can come with guilt. We have been trained to believe that stillness equals stagnation, that being unseen means being unimportant, that if you are not out there doing, you are falling behind. And yet the most important growth often happens in invisible moments, when you are reading something that changes how you see the world, when you are journaling, crying, laughing alone for no reason. Those are quiet revolutions, the kind that never make it to social media, but completely reshape a person from the inside out. For some, home is where the mask finally falls. Out there, you wear the smile, the small talk, the performance, but behind your own door you dissolve. You become the unfiltered version, tired, real, honest. And that is not weakness, that is truth. Because being alone does not mean you are empty. It means you finally have space for yourself. People often forget, the brain loves patterns, order, familiarity. It feels calm when it knows where everything is, when it senses predictability. Not because life is boring, but because the mind can finally stop bracing for impact. That is why homebodies love their rituals, the same mug every morning, the same chair by the window. These are not habits, they are grounding spells. Each one tells the nervous system you are safe now. Some will call that comfort zone. But maybe it is not comfort, maybe it is clarity. Because when you spend time in stillness, your thoughts start to unfold in their true language, unfiltered by what others expect. That is why solitude breeds creativity. Writers, artists, thinkers, they do not hide from the world. They just need enough quiet to hear it. They turn silence into meaning, stillness into beauty. And maybe that is what home really is, a canvas for the soul's imagination. But solitude is not always easy. When the noise fades, the thoughts grow louder. You start to meet the parts of yourself you have been ignoring. That is why some people cannot stay still, because silence does not lie. Yet those who face it, who sit quietly with their emotions instead of running, they discover something extraordinary. Peace is not the absence of thought, it is the acceptance of it. People who love staying home are often misunderstood. They are called distant, detached, even lazy. But in truth, they are often the most emotionally intelligent because they listen to their body, their mind, their intuition. They do not need a crowd to feel alive, they just need a moment to breathe. And when they step out into the world again, they bring something rare, calm. They do not add to the noise, they bring stillness, understanding, depth. In the end, home is not four walls, it is a frequency. It is the feeling of being exactly where you are supposed to be, not because life outside has stopped, but because you have finally stopped running from yourself. So if you love staying home, stop apologizing for it. Peace is not a waste of time. Quiet is not emptiness. It is the foundation of everything real. Because when the world starts to crumble, it is the quiet souls who already know how to rebuild from the inside out. That is not isolation. That is alignment. That is what it means to come home, not just to a place, but to yourself.